so hard to get pregnant.
We tried for 4 years before successfully getting pregnant.
We were trying for like about a year.
My husband and I had been trying for about a year.
We tried for about a year and a half.
They time everything perfectly, and it's as perfect situations as you can get, and it still took 4 tries.
We had 5 losses.
The first clinic that we were at, we went through 5 IUIs.
I had 4 intrauterine inseminations, and I had 1 in vitro.
They actually came back as we were unexplained infertility.
They diagnosed us with unexplained infertility.
They realized that I had endometriosis.
The doctor suggested that he do a sperm analysis. They said that the numbers were so low that there was probably something wrong with the test.
I have rheumatoid arthritis, so the biggest theory was that I was having some sort of autoimmune reaction to the pregnancy, which is really tough because it's basically a doctor saying that your body is killing your fetus.
We ended up doing 1 IUI, and they were telling us, it was like a 15% chance of success. And so after the 1 try, we're like, screw this. We're gonna move on to IVF.
So intrauterine insemination, or IUI, is a process where you are stimulated, you produce a lot of eggs, and then sperm is introduced into the uterus through a catheter, or I like to call it a turkey baster, basically, where it's not a turkey baster, but it's basically introduced, and then the sperm and egg hopefully connect, or there's multiple targets there because you produce more eggs, hopefully.
I also have a low ovarian reserve, which means that I don't produce a lot of eggs.
In those days, it was referred to as the test tube baby.
So we went through 2 rounds of IVF. So we were down to 1 embryo. We had a surrogate offer in my sister, and we said, we'll try that, and then we'll see about adoption after that. And fortunately, it took.
We did monitored cycles for, I think, 2.5 of those 4 years, constantly. We did progesterone, metformin, blood thinners, steroids. I did Clomid and Femera, and none of those worked.
Me and a friend were talking, and we were both 34 at the time, and her doctor had told her, you should really, if you want to have children, now's the time to get your eggs frozen. They don't make this well enough known, but after 35, it really lessens your chance of getting a good sample of viable eggs.
It cost us nothing. We were very fortunate. We got in when it was just new, and the government was funding it.
At the time, I was very single and in no rush to really jump into a relationship, but knew I wanted kids in the future.
We did a frozen transfer of that 1 embryo, which did take. And so that one took, but we unfortunately miscarried about 6-7 weeks in.
And they told me that my egg count was very low, and that if I wanted to have children, there was no point in freezing my eggs.
We did 2 rounds of IVF with ICSI. We did 4 rounds of IUI with donor sperm, and then we did a 1 round of IVF with donor sperm. And then we decided that we felt like, I felt like physically I couldn't do another round, and we decided emotionally as well to move on to pursuing adoption.
I was able to do IUI. It took 4 rounds.
Second time around, it worked. And the first positive pregnancy test I ever saw was like super exciting, but I didn't believe it. Like I actually really couldn't believe I was pregnant until I think we went for like the 8-week ultrasound, and we first saw like Ethan's heartbeat and stuff. Then I was like, oh, I'm really pregnant.
7 miscarriages in total and 2 cute little blonde ones.
They fertilized 3 eggs, and I took all 3 of them. I thought, you know what? If I have 3, that's wonderful. If I don't, well, maybe I'll get 1. And Robert swam, and he made it.